Good morning. Today we are going to continue lesson 1.9. Yesterday we talked about order of operations, and today we're going to talk about the distributive property. So the distributive property says that if we have a set of parentheses with something outside of the parentheses, we can apply the distributive property. So what this is saying is that I can take this A and multiply it by everything inside. And when I do that, I'm going to write it as A times B plus A times C. If there's no symbol written between variables, it means they're being multiplied, but another way to write this is A times B plus A times C. It's just saying that I can multiply whatever is on the outside by everything inside. Oh, I had it here. So you can see there it equals AB plus, that should say AC. That's typo. All right, so apply the distributive property and simplify. So I'm going to apply the distributive property by multiplying what's on the outside by everything inside. So in the first one, I have 8 times 2 plus I have 8 times 1. Well, if I simplify this further, simplifying using the order of operations that we used yesterday, I can say, okay, 8 times 2 is 16. And then I have more parentheses to simplify. So I have 16 plus 8. And if I add those together, I'm going to get 24. And I want us to continue using the same rules that we did yesterday, where we are showing every single step individually. So I only did one step at a time, and I kept all my work going vertically. So on this one, we can do 7 times 5. And then 7 times 9. And whatever the sign in the middle is, we are going to bring down. So it's a plus sign. So that's a plus. Over here, this was a plus, so I brought it down and got plus. So now I'm just going to work order of operations. 7 times 5 gives me 35 plus 7 times 9. If I take care of my next set of parentheses, I get 35 plus 63. And then when I add those together, I'm going to get 98. All right, so let's look at these. This one gets a little tricky because it's got a negative, but that's okay. We can do this. Negative 5 times 8 is our first one. Negative 5 times 8. And then I'm going to do negative 5 times negative 3. I'm going to keep that negative with it. And this time, I know I said before it's a plus in the middle, so we bring it down, but really this minus can either go in the middle or with this number. Since I moved it with this number, this sign is going to be a plus. So over here, it was a positive and a positive, so I just left it. But here, it was a little bit trickier. We had a negative and a negative. I could put that minus sign here, but I prefer to keep it with the 3. So I'm thinking of negative 5 times negative 3. So following our order of operations, I'm going to get negative 40 plus negative 5 times negative 3. Multiplying those together, I'm going to get positive 15. And then when I do negative 40 plus 15, these are different signs, a negative and a positive. So I subtract them, 40 minus 15, and I get 25. And then I keep the sign of the bigger number. 40 is bigger than 15, so I put the negative with the 25. All right. So here I'm going to do 6 times 1 and then 6 times 3. And I'm going to put a plus in the middle. So combining my like terms inside the parentheses, not combining like terms, excuse me, simplifying what's in the parentheses, we get 6 plus 6 times 3. Then we get 6 plus 18. And then adding those together, we'll get 24. And that would be our final answer. So try letter A on your own and see what you get. Okay, so when you're doing this, you should have 3 times 4. And then 3 times 5. And then add them together. So 3 times 4 would give me 12 plus 3 times 5. This would give me 15. And so we would get 27. Now try letter B on your own and see what you get. Okay. So I would have negative 9 times 4. And then I'm going to have negative 9 times negative 8. And now I have that minus sign in the middle, but I moved it with the 8. So I'm going to put the plus sign here because I already moved that negative over here. It can only happen once. It can't go both in the middle and with the 8, only one or the other. So combining my like terms, I'd get negative 36 plus negative 9 times negative 8. And then I'm going to combine those two, and I'll get negative 36 plus 72. And then I'm going to combine negative 36 plus 72. They have different signs, so I'm going to subtract them. 72 minus 36 would give me 36. And I'm going to keep the sign of the bigger number. 72 is bigger than 36, so I keep that positive. And 36 is our final answer. So that's all I've got for you today. Check out your homework assignment and let me know if you have any questions.